If you're tired of paying huge monthly fees just to store your files in the cloud, imagine a network where anyone can store and retrieve data securely, affordably, and without relying on big tech companies. That's exactly what Filecoin is built to do. None of this is financial advice, always do your own research. This is Filecoin, and it's a decentralized storage network designed to give users full control over their data. Instead of trusting a single company like Google, Amazon, or Dropbox, Filecoin connects people who need storage directly with people who provide storage. There are no centralized servers or middlemen controlling access to your files, and the easiest way to think about Filecoin is this. It's a blockchain-powered cloud storage where the rules are enforced by code instead of corporations. Anyone can participate, you can store data, retrieve data, or even earn by offering unused storage space to the network. Now, one of the most important parts of Filecoin is how it handles the data. When you upload a file to the Filecoin network, the data is encrypted for privacy, split into multiple pieces, and distributed across different storage providers around the world. This design creates redundancy. Even if one storage provider goes offline or fails, your data is still safe and retrievable from the other nodes. Because the data is spread out, there's no single point of failure. This is a major upgrade compared to centralized cloud storage, where one outage can take everything down. We've seen this recently with the AWS servers and Cloudflare. But how does this work? Well, the storage providers earn the file tokens for reliably storing the data. This creates a global incentive system where providers are rewarded for honesty, uptime, and performance. You only pay for what you use as well here. So Filecoin operates on a pay-for-usage model rather than subscriptions. You don't pay monthly fees just to exist on the platform. Instead, you pay only for the amount of data you store, you pay for the duration you choose, and there are no hidden charges or forced upgrades like we see from big tech. Want to dominate your niche and flood your inbox with leads? Here's YTRanker to help you build the right strategy and make it happen. First, let's open up an incognito window to keep everything fresh. This will ensure there's no history or cookies and will ensure unbiased results. Next, we're going to open up YouTube like you can see here. We're going to click on these three dots and we're going to see that yes, the language is English and the location is set to the United States. Now I'm going to search Saxo Broker as our keywords. We're just going to press enter and see what comes up. As you can see, the first result here is my video, in fact, about Saxo Broker. And because of this strategy, we're ranked directly at the top of YouTube. Now we can try another one, best email hosting for my domain. We can press enter, and guess what? The first video that comes up is in fact me. So this just goes to show the strategy works, and you can actually go and test this yourself. So enough waiting. If you're serious about leads and niche power, head to ytranker.net today and make it happen. Let's get back to the video. The storage and retrieval deals are enforced by smart contracts, which automatically verify that data to check if it's being stored correctly. If a provider fails to meet their obligation, they're penalized by the protocol. This keeps the network honest without requiring trust. Filecoin's retrieval system is also optimized for performance, meaning users can choose faster providers when speed matters. Now, what about the ecosystem and developers? Filecoin is not just a storage tool, it's a full ecosystem for developers. The network integrates deeply with IPFS, the interplanetary file system, allowing developers to build decentralized applications that store data permanently and verifiably. This is all done through open APIs and developer tools. Filecoin basically enables decentralized websites, permanent content hosting, verifiable data storage for apps, and a long-term archival system that everyone can access. This is why Filecoin is often used as the backbone for Web3 infrastructure rather than just consumer file storage. And just looking at this in a blunt way, Filecoin isn't just theoretical. Real institutions are already exploring and using the network. Organizations like UC Berkeley and the Internet Archive have shown interest in Filecoin's ability to preserve data long term. For use cases like scientific research, historical records, or public data archives, there's permanent and verifiable storage that's extremely valuable here. Filecoin's model makes it possible to store important information in a way that cannot be quietly altered or erased. And it's also worth noting that Filecoin itself runs its native token, File, that runs the whole system. File is a token that's used for paying for storage, paying for data retrieval, incentivizing storage providers, and securing the network through economic guarantees. File is traded globally and acts as the fuel that keeps the entire ecosystem running. Because Filecoin is open source, the network is community-driven, transparent, and censorship-resistant. Anyone can inspect the code, participate in governance, or just build on top of it. Now, why does Filecoin matter so much? Well, with Filecoin, you can basically control your data, the storage is competitive and market-driven, and the privacy and redundancy are built directly into the protocol. So as data becomes more valuable, decentralized storage becomes more important. So if you've ever lost data, worried about privacy, or questioned whether centralized cloud storage is really safe long-term, Filecoin is a project worth exploring. It gives users and developers the ability to store data securely, affordably, and without relying on big tech companies. Check it out at filecoin.io using the link below. That's going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day.